4, Scene 2, and I am playing Desdemona. Alas, Iago, what shall I do to win my lord again? Good friend, go to him, for by the sleight of heaven I know not how I lost him. Here I kneel, if e'er my will did trespass against his love, either in discord of thought or actual deed, or that mine eyes, mine ears, or any other sense delighted them in any other form, or that I do not yet, and ever did, and ever will, though he shake me off to beggarly divorcement, love him dearly, comfort forswear me. Unkindness may do much, and his unkindness may defeat my life, but never taint my love. I cannot say, whore, it does abhor me now I speak the word, to do the act that might the addition earn, not the world's mass of vanity could make me. Thank you.
Next up is Aiden, folks. Mic drop, Mom.
This is Act 3, Scene 3 in Othello, and I'll be playing Othello. At this point in the play, Othello is being gaslit by Iago into thinking his wife Desdemona is cheating on him. This fellow is of exceeding honesty, and knows all qualities with a learned spirit of human dealings. If I do prove her haggard, though that her jesses were my dear heartstrings, I'd whistle her off and let her down the wind to prey at fortune. Haply, for I am black, and have not those soft parts of conversation that chamberers have, or for I am declined into the vale of years, yet that's not much. She's gone. I am abused, and my relief must be to loathe her. Oh, curse of marriage, that we may call these delicate creatures ours, and not their appetites. I had rather be a toad and live upon the vapors of a dungeon than keep a corner in the thing I love for others' uses. If she be false, heaven mocks itself. I'll not believe it.
Hey folks, Kristen is next. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let me know if this works.
Mine's Othello it's from Othello and Othello speaking, and it's actually Scene 3. Thinkst thou I make a life of jealousy to follow still the changes of the moon with fresh suspicions? No. To be once in doubt is once to be resolved. Exchange me for a goat when I shall turn the business of my soul to such exufflicate and blown surmises matching thy inference. 'Tis not to make me jealous, to say my wife is fair, feeds well, loves company, is free of speech, sings, plays, and dances well. Where virtue is, these are more virtuous. Nor from mine own weak merits will I draw the smallest fear or doubt of her revolt. For she had eyes and chose me. No, Iago, I'll see before I doubt, when I doubt prove, and on the proof there is no more but this, away at once with love or jealousy.
Folks, Johnny Sutter is next. Are you ready?
Hello, I'm Johnny Sutter, and I will be reading from Othello, Act 2, Scene 1. and I will be reading Iago this morning. That Cassio loves her, I do well believe it. That she loves him, 'tis apt and of great credit. The more, howbeit that I endure him not, is of a constant, loving, noble nature. And I dare think he'll prove to Desdemona a most dear husband. Now, I do love her too, not out of absolute lust, though peradventure I stand accounted for as great a sin, but partly led to diet my revenge, for that I do suspect the lusty Moor hath leapt into my seat, the thought whereof doth, like a poisonous mineral, gnaw my inwards, and nothing can or shall content my soul till I am even with him, wife for wife. Or, failing so, yet that I put the Moor at least into a jealousy so strong that judgment cannot cure.
Kate Harrison is next.
Raise it a little bit.
Hello, I'm Tate Harrison. I'll be reading from Othello, Act 5, Scene 2, playing Othello. Behold, I have a weapon. A better never did itself sustain upon a soldier's thigh. I've seen the day that with this little arm and this good sword, I've made my way through more impediments than 20 times your stop. But, oh vain boast, who can control his fate? 'Tis not so now. Be not afraid, though you do see me weaponed. Here's my journey's end. Here's my butt, and very sea mark of my utmost sail. Do you go back dismayed? 'Tis a lost fear. Man but a rush against Othello's breast, and he retires. Where should Othello go? Now, how dost thou look now? Oh, ill-starred wench, pale as thy smock, when we shall meet at Compt, this look of thine will hurl my soul from heaven, and fiends will snatch at it. Cold, cold, my girl, even like thy chastity. Oh, cursed, cursed slave! Whip me, you devils, from the possession of this heavenly sight! Blow me about in winds, roast me in sulfur, wash me in steep down gulfs of liquid fire! Oh, Desdemona! Dead, Desdemona! Dead! Oh, oh!
Folks, Lane Cooper is next.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Good height?
Oh yeah, that's fine. The Cassio loves her. I do well believe it. She loves him. 'Tis apt and of great credit. The more, howbeit that I dare him not, is of a constant, loving, noble nature, and I dare think will prove to Desdemona a most dear husband. Now, I do love her too, not out of absolute lust, though peradventure I stand accounted for as great sin, but partly led to diet my revenge, for I do suspect the lusty Moor hath leaped into my seat, the thought whereof doth like a poisonous mineral gnaw my innards, and nothing can or shall content my soul until I'm even with him, wife for wife, or failing so, yet that I put the Moor at least into a jealousy so strong that judgment cannot cure.
Next up is Avery Listen.
4, Scene 3, and I will be playing Amelia.
But I do think it is their husbands' faults if wives do fall. Say that they slack their duties and pour our treasures into foreign laps, or else break out in peevish jealousies, throwing restraint upon us. Or say they strike us, or scant our former having in despite. Why, we have galls, and though we have some grace, yet have we some revenge. Let husbands know their wives have sense like them. They see and smell and have their palates both for sweet and sour as husbands have. What is it that they do when they change us for others? Is it sport? I think it is. And doth affection breed it? I think it doth. Is frailty that thus errs? It is so too. And have not we affections, desires for sport and frailty as men have? Then let them use us well. Else, let them know the ills we do, their ills instruct us so.
All right, next up is Gussie Smith.
This is Prospero in Act 4, Scene 1 of The Tempest. You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit, shall dissolve. And like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness, my old brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire into my cell and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk, to still my beating mind.
Next up is Coden Betzel.
This is from The Tempest, and this is Prospero's epilogue. Now my charms are all overthrown, and what strength I has mine own, which is most faint. Now, 'tis true, I must be here confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not, since I have my dukedom got, and pardoned the deceiver, dwell in this bare island by your spell. But release me from my bands, the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours my sails must fill, or else my project fails, which was to please. Now I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and my ending is despair, unless I be relieved by prayer, which pierces so that it assaults mercy itself and frees all faults. As you from crimes would pardon thee, let your indulgence set me free.
Next up is Grace Simmons.
This is also Prospero's epilogue, and I'm Prospero. Now my charms are all overthrown, and what strength I have is mine own, which is most faint. Now 'tis true I must be here confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not, Since I have my dukedom got and pardon the deceiver, dwell in this bare island by your spell. But release me from my bands with the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours my sails must fill, or else my project fails, which was to please. Now I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and my ending is despair. Unless I be relieved by prayer, which pierces so that it assaults mercy itself and frees all faults. As you from crimes would pardon be, let your indulgence set me free.
Joe Howaltz is next.
Hey gang. I'm doing Titus Andronicus from Titus, Act 5, Scene 2. O villains, Chiron and Demetrius. Here stands the spring whom you have stained with mud, this goodly summer with your winter mixed. You killed her husband, and for that vile thought, 2 of her brothers were condemned to death. My hand cut off and made a merry jest, both her sweet hands, her tongue, and that more dear than hands or tongue, her spotless chastity. Inhuman traitors, you constrained and forced. You know your mother means to feast with me, and calls herself revenge, and thinks me mad. Hark, villains, I will grind your bones to dust, and with your blood and it, I will make a paste, and of the paste a coffin I will rear, and make 2 pastries of your shameful heads, and bid that strumpet your unhallowed dam, like to the earth, swallow her own increase. This is the feast I have bid her to, and this the banquet she shall feast on.
Folks, next we have Hunter Stogel.
Hey everyone, I'm Hunter. I'm reading from Titus Andronicus, Act 5, Scene 2, as Titus. O villains, Chiron and Demetrius, here stands the spring whom you have stained with mud, this goodly summer with your winter mixed. You killed her husband, and for that vile fault 2 of her brothers were condemned to death. My hand cut off and made a merry jest, both her sweet hands, her tongue, and that more dear than hands or tongue, her spotless chastity. Inhuman traitors, you constrained and forced. Hark, wretches, how I mean to martyr you. You know your mother means to feast with me, and calls herself revenge, and thinks me mad? Hark, villains, I will grind your bones to dust, and with your blood in it I'll make a paste, and of the paste a coffin I will rear, and make 2 pasties of your shameful heads, and bid that strumpet, your unhallowed dam, like to the earth, swallow her own increase. This is the feast I have bid her to, and this the banquet she shall surfeit on. Thank you.
Folks, last but not least is Damian Sparks.
Can you hear me? Hello, my name is Damian Sparks. I will be performing from Titus Andronicus, Act 4, Scene 2, and I'll be performing Aaron.
Stay!
Now by the burning tapers of the sky that shone so brightly when this boy was caught, he dies upon my scimitar's sharp point that touches this, my firstborn son and heir. I tell you, younglings, not Enceladus, with all his threatening band of Typhon's brood, nor great Alcides, nor the god of war, shall seize this prey out of his father's hands. What? You sanguine, shallow-hearted boys! You white-lined walls! You alehouse-painted sides! Coal black is better than another hue, in that it scorns to bear another hue. For all the water in the ocean shall never turn the swan's black legs to white, although she lave them hourly in the flood. Tell the Empress from me, I am of age to keep mine own. Excuse it how she can.